EntertainmentCareers.Net started out of, like I think all good businesses start out with the desire to solve a problem.
Brad, I'm so delighted to see you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. EntertainmentCareers.Net is really something that everybody in Hollywood or quote the industry knows about. It is the resource for jobs and careers. You're the CEO and founder. I'd love for you to talk a little bit about, how this came about.
When I was a UCLA student, I was lucky enough to get a job at Warner Brothers, which was my big introduction to the entertainment industry. Not being a kid that grew up in LA, it was not really a thought that would be an option for me. Getting into Warner Brothers and seeing the industry allowed me to get in at a very good level. And I pursued my career in physical production in film and television. My goal was to produce a feature film by the time I was 30. And so at that point, I was doing that. And the project took a little bit longer than I anticipated. I thought it was gonna take a year. It ended up taking 2 years. So on the last year, I had to, go back to work and finish the film. And it was in that process where, most of my contacts and most of my prior jobs were working on film sets and working on location, and me trying to shepherd the film into completion. I now had to be able to return phone calls and return emails, and I couldn't be on set and I couldn't be away on location. At 30 years old, I was kind of starting over with my network, and at that point, it was, sort of the early days of internet recruiting, and there were jobs sort of scattered all over the place. And so I just really organized the resources for my own sort of selfish needs. And then also me being someone from not LA, and, everyone was always, anytime any friend or anyone that remotely knew me, they would call me and say, hey, my buddy wants to get in the film business. I gave him your phone number. And you have the same conversations over and over again. And so I created something that was called the Entertainment Employment Guide at the time. And it was basically like a how the industry actually works, how you think it works, with a list of the various things of what you wanted to do. To here's where all the jobs were at HBO. Here's where all the jobs were at Paramount. Here's where you have to sneak on the lot and go into this gate and, go into this building that literally had it on a bulletin board. And so it was really a collection of resources for myself and other people that were, sort of disconnected from the industry. And for about 2 years, I was, pretending to be a producer and pretending to be an entrepreneur, and was having medium success with both. So ultimately, I decided about 2 years in to put full efforts and energies on EntertainmentCareers.Net and launched it into what is probably more what you see today, which obviously one-stop shop, most everything out there that you would want to find that's entertainment, broadcast media, entertainment, sports. Our goal is to try and save people time and, to provide resources and job leads all in one spot, versus having to go to 4 or 5 different places or every single studio's applicant tracking system or career portal. Our ultimate objective is to help people find jobs that otherwise, don't have mother, brother, sister, aunt, uncle in the industry, and to ideally save people time.